Good evening, everyone. It's Doc and Queenie Bible Trivia. Hey, Queenie.
Hey, Doc, how are ya?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I am so awesome. We have had a heck of a week in the Doc and Queenie family. What do you think?
It has been a heck of a week. Is that including the rain or is that without the rain?
Mine was including the rain, actually, because I love that part. And I was super grateful today that we actually got our video in yesterday from the awesome gift that we got from Jody Giroux. And that was super fun because, quite frankly, if we had gotten it today, the video would have either had to have been delayed or we would have gotten soaking wet.
Yes, for
So there are
sure.
lots of choices there.
For sure. Yes, it was fun to open the gift, and we've been sampling the chocolate cheese.
So
And actually, we're saving.
fun.
She also put some other cheese in there, and we're saving the other cheese for the Christine graduation party bash in a couple of weeks.
Oh,
So
how fun.
yeah, so
That is
yeah,
super fun.
yes, and we've had 31 inches of rain
Oh my goodness.
in this area. Kansas City Metro usually averages annually 38 inches, so we've had a little bit of rain this year.
And since we are not in 6 months yet, that's quite a scary situation, right?
Oh, no worries. It'll be August. We'll have like 2 months of 95 and above and no rain.
Yeah, that's right. And then all the sprinkler systems will be taxed. So I guess it's one of those things we can store up.
Exactly.
What does
Exactly.
this much rain actually do to all your gardening that you've planted for everyone?
Well, everything grows super fast. Like my
Oh, okay.
potatoes are way up, and as they grow, you pile dirt on them. So the potatoes form underneath the dirt pile, and so I'm of course way behind because they've grown about 6 to 8 inches already.
Oh my God.
The nice benefit with all the rain is it's easy to pull weeds.
Well, that is a
So
nice benefit, I can imagine.
but yeah. So did you know, speaking of rain, that there never was any rain until Noah? They didn't know there was no rain. They didn't know what rain was. People way back when, until Noah, until God flooded the earth. Did you know that?
I did not know that at all. No, I
So can you imagine Noah building this big, huge ark and people laughing at him and mocking him and all of that? You know, rain? What's that? Water from the
what are you
sky?
going to do with a big, huge ark and no water to transport it on?
Right,
And he did what he was told and
right.
trusted.
Yes, yes, yep,
He did what he was told and trusted. And you think about our daily lives that way. If we're asked to step out in faith to do whatever this nutso thing looks like, and all of a sudden we go, okay, I know you've got this, so I will. And then the next thing you know, the blessings and the bounty come flooding in just because we did the trust thing.
right. Well, and speaking of that, today in one of my Bible studies that I do in the morning on an app, Proverbs 3:5, um, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, lean not unto thine own understanding, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And I throw in this part because of course everybody knows that part, but the next verse 7, be not wise in thy own eyes, fear the Lord and depart from evil. So, yep.
You wouldn't think that trust would be such a big, scary word. And you wouldn't think that such a small word like fear can absolutely paralyze someone. Absolutely paralyze. When someone says, I am paralyzed in fear, unless you have been there yourself, you don't comprendo the magnitude of that statement. And that is seriously the deal. Trust and fear, how does that work as far as correlation? You can't fear this and trust that at the same time.
Right.
And really seriously is amazing.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, and how many times if we have feared in the past or oh no, does it really come true? Really think about it.
There's stats by they, whoever they are, 90%, 95%, 99.12%, yes, that was intentional, of the things that we what worry about never come to pass.
Yep.
So why are we wasting time fearing, nervousing, worrying, all of those things about stuff that could maybe won't even happen, but even if they do, we then deal with the opportunity to trust him in the repair part.
Right.
And that really takes you back a long way from a standpoint of fear not, trust in the Lord. Imagine that correlation. It really is phenomenal. I love it when people say things like this Bible that you keep talking about. It's just a whole bunch of stories.
Mhm. And I wonder. I've had that experience from one person that made that comment, and I asked her, "Have you ever read it?" And she said, "No." I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
But
people have
yeah,
opinions about stuff they've never tried, and then they instantly go, "That can't work."
well, and from the fear piece, it's amazing how, it either fear or trust. It's just amazing how much comes out of that fear, how people's behavior changes, how they treat other people, you know, um, it's all encompassing.
Sometimes, and that's a super good point too, Doc. Sometimes how someone treats someone else has a lot to do with their own personal insecurities that are happening. I'm going to be super mean to you because it makes me feel better about myself because I'm having a bad day. And if I lash out at you, it'll make me feel less awful. So that's what I'm going to do. Has nothing to do with the topic or the conversation or the between you and them part. It literally has to do with their insecurities, their fear, their hesitation, trepidation, whatever that looks like. And they're going to lash out at you because you're the closest.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
I guess
it's
that would be
amazing.
called a scapegoat, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And you never know what someone else is going through. That's absolutely true. But for me, that does not give someone else carte blanche to walk all over you.
Right. Right. Because we're not doormats, last time I checked.
No. And plus, if we're made in his image, then that to me right there says that there's a shoulders back, chin up thing going on. If you know who you are in Christ, whose you are, then you don't actually have to deal with that stuff.
Amen to that, sister.
What I
So,
was thinking, go ahead.
I was going to say, so what are we going to be doing today as far as our Bible trivia uh, chapter?
Well, when I was looking around for rain flood verses, I thought it would be cool if we actually started with Genesis chapter 8. What do you think of that?
That sounds good. I'm going to cheat here for a moment to see. I do believe our friends are saying hello, and I bet you I know who they are, but let us just cheat here for a second. Hello, Janice and Donna.
There you go.
We are thrilled to have you
Ladies.
here.
Yes, we are. I love that when we can take a look. All right, Doc, Genesis chapter 8, we're going to give it a shot. And obviously, we are talking about Wata. The ark rested on these mountains: Sinai, Golgotha, Ararat, Olive. The ark rested on these mountains: Sinai, Golgotha, Ararat, Olive. And just as a very interesting observation right this second, when we got on here tonight, the rain was coming down so hard at my house that literally the street in front of me, which is elevated, was flooded, like so much rain. And in the back of the house, everything was just swampy, coming down torrential over the gutters. Right this second, when we started this verse, not one drip is happening out there right now.
Nope. I know something's happening. So that's
Yeah,
Genesis.
I know.
Yeah, Genesis 8, verse 4.
It
In the
is.
in the seventh month, on the 17th day of the month, the ark rested upon the mountains of Ararat. 1,000 points for Janice and Donna.
Woohoo! Ta-da! All right. What bird did Noah first send from the ark? What bird did Noah first send from the ark? The dove, the eagle, raven, or hawk? Dove, eagle, raven, or hawk?
I always want to say, I know it's not dove. I always want to say dove, but Genesis 8. Yes, Janice and Donna both said raven, 1,000 points. Genesis 8, verse
7.
Oh, 7. Thank you, because I just actually looked at 8. 8's got the dove. 7 says he sent out a raven and it flew here and there until the water was dried up from the earth. Then he sent the dove.
The dove has a different purpose.
Yes, it does.
What happened to that bird? Returned to him once. It returned to him twice. It drowned. It flew to and fro until water dried up. What happened to that bird? It returned to him once. It returned to him twice. It drowned. It flew to and fro until water dried up.
Is that verse 7 again?
Uh-huh.
And he sent out a raven and it flew here and there until the water was dried up from the earth.
He had a plan. What was the second bird Noah sent? What was the second bird Noah sent? Dove, eagle, raven, or hawk?
Oops. I forgot to turn off my volume. Genesis 8, verses 8. Then he sent out a dove from him to see if the water was abated from the face of the land. 1,000 points for everybody.
Absolutely. Dove is the correct answer. On her second trip, what did the bird bring back? On her second trip, what did the bird bring back? A berry, an olive leaf, a tea leaf, or a grain of seed? A berry, an olive leaf, a tea leaf, or a grain of seed?
Genesis 8, verse 11. The dove came to him toward the evening, and behold, in her beak was a freshly picked olive leaf. So Noah knew that the water was abated from the earth.
That was his clue. What happened when Noah sent her out the third time? She did not return. She brought back an olive branch. The raven and dove returned together. She laid some eggs. She did not return. She brought back an olive branch. The raven and dove returned together. She laid some eggs.
I love some of their answers.
Oh, please.
Genesis 8:12. Then he waited yet another 7 days and sent out the dove, but she did not return to him again.
Not again. When did Noah's family get out of the ark? When did Noah and his family get out of the ark? When he beheld the dry land? When the birds returned no more? When God told him to? Or after sending out cattle to make sure the ground was dry?
So it looks like to me, at least what I've got here, it's Genesis 8 verses 15 and 16. Are they giving you two verses or are they just quoting
This
one?
goes all the way to 18, actually.
Okay. All right, we'll start at 15. Then God spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing of all flesh that is with you, birds and animals, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, that they may breed abundantly on the earth and be fruitful and multiply on the earth. So Noah went out, and his sons and wife and his sons' wives with him.
Correcto, and it's when God told him to. What did Noah do when he got out of the ark? What did Noah do when he got out of the ark? Kissed the ground, cried, built an altar, or burned the ark? Kissed the ground, cried, built an altar, or burned the ark?
Genesis 8, verse 20. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord and took every clean animal and of every clean bird and offered burnt offerings on the altar.
Built an altar, correcto. What did God say? Man must obey lest there be another flood. He would not again curse the ground for man's sake. Noah's family shall never see death, or build a monument for the ark. What did God say? Man must obey lest there be another flood. He would not again curse the ground for man's sake. Noah's family shall never see death, or build a monument for the ark.
Verse 21 of Genesis 8, the Lord smelled the soothing aroma and said to himself, I will never again curse the ground on account of a man. For the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and I will never again destroy every living thing as I have done.
8:21, correcto. What did God say will not cease as long as the earth remains? What did God say will not cease as long as the earth remains? Rain and snow, floods and famines, seasons and day and night, sacrifices and offerings. Rain and snow, floods and famines, seasons and day and night, or sacrifices and offerings.
Genesis 8, verse 22. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease.
8:22. I was trying to see how we're doing on the delay parts, but yes, seasons and day and night is the answer. 8:22 it is. Okay. Perfect. All right, next chapter, we're going to Genesis 9. Ready, set, go, Doc?
I am ready, Queenie. Go.
What did God command Noah and his sons to do? What did God command Noah and his sons to do? Build an altar, be fruitful and multiply, pray that rain would not again destroy the world, or disassemble the ark?
Wouldn't that be a feat?
Tell me.
Genesis 9:1. And God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth.
9:1 it is. Whoever sheds a man's blood shall answer to God. By man his blood shall be shed, must stand before the congregation, or shall in no wise enter heaven. Whoever sheds a man's blood shall answer to God. By man his blood shall be shed, must stand before the congregation, or shall in no wise enter heaven.
Genesis 9:6. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. For in the image of God he made man.
By man his blood shall be shed. 9:6. Yeah, we are super late again tonight. I was wondering if the rain had anything to do with cyber everything, but it seems like it's just one of those things. As soon as you say Bible study, cyber goes, nope. God made a covenant that he would never give man dominion over the animals, destroy the earth with a flood, restrict man's actions, or hold man guiltless. God made a covenant that he would never give man dominion over the animals, destroy the earth with a flood, restrict man's action, or hold man guiltless.
Which verse is that one,
Yeah,
Queenie?
actually, it goes 8, 9, 10, and 11.
Okay. Yeah, because I was looking at 9 and 10, and they both kind of answer the question.
Yeah.
Genesis 8. Then God spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, Now behold, I myself do establish my covenant with you, and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, and of all that comes out of the ark, even every beast of the earth. Did you say 11 also?
Yes.
I establish my covenant with you, and all flesh shall never again be cut off by the water of the flood, neither shall there again be a flood to destroy the earth.
Both of the ladies said that this stream froze up, and that part, I'm telling you, I am in other Bible studies, and it's almost like as soon as you say it, everybody goes, not today. So we're going to fight this, trust me. What did God give as a token of this covenant? What did God give as a token of this covenant? A rainbow, a mountain, a fountain, a river. A rainbow, a mountain, a fountain, a river. There you go. Everybody's back.
We're back. Genesis 9:13.
Yep.
Okay. I set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a sign of a covenant between me and the earth.
Beautiful rainbow. Back in business, girls. Okay. Noah planted I really hate to even say these out loud, wheat field, orchard, vineyard, forest. Noah planted a wheat field, orchard, vineyard, or forest.
Genesis 9:20. Then Noah began farming and planted a vineyard.
I want to read you this terminology. And Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard. A husbandman.
Yes, husbandry. Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't
A
it?
husbandman. That would be a good birthday card.
I would say, doesn't that mean the caretaker of the land? Basically, it's
Absolutely.
husbandry.
Yes. Husbandman.
Husbandman. Oh, sounds caveman like.
It does. That's exactly what I was thinking, actually. Noah became drunk and lay in his tent with wine, with a woman, crying, or naked. Noah became drunk and lay in his tent with wine, with a woman, crying, or naked.
Genesis 9:21. He drank of the wine and became drunk and uncovered himself inside his tent.
Naked it is. Okay, which son saw him? Shem, Ham, Japheth, Noah Jr.
No,
Which
Junior.
son saw him? Shem, Ham, Japheth, or Noah Jr.?
Genesis 9:22. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside.
What did that son do? Covered his father, told his brothers, woke him, kept it a secret. What did that son do? Covered his father, told his brothers, woke him, kept it a secret.
Let's see how fast. I'm going to give
That's
them
what I was
the
going to
answer.
say. We did pretty good on the ham and the wine, but we didn't do so great on this one. Yeah, okay. That's quite a while. It's 9:22, Doc.
Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside.
told the brothers. What did the other sons do? Covered their father, told their mother, woke their father, kept it a secret. What did the other sons do? Covered their father, told their mother, woke their father, or kept it a secret?
Thousand points there, everybody.
I'm telling you, seriously.
Genesis 9:23, but Shem and Japheth
Japheth.
took
Yeah.
Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders and walked backward and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were turned away, so they did not see their father's nakedness.
9:23 it is, covered their father. What did Noah say about his younger son? What did Noah say about his younger son? He would be servant to his brethren. He would rule his brethren. He would rule nations. He would be a man of honor. He would be a servant to his brethren. He would rule his brethren. He would rule nations, or he would be a man of honor. It's 9, Doc.
Okay. I was going to say, it looks like there's another delay. I was kind of waiting.
Yeah.
So he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants he shall be to his brothers."
9:25 it is. Very good, ladies. Thank you so much to everyone joining us live for Doc and Queenie Bible Trivia Night every Thursday at 7 o'clock Central Time. And we do record this, of course, so you'll be able to find it on the Doc and Queenie Facebook group page anytime you'd like as far as the replay. Doc, are you ready for chapter 10?
I am ready for chapter 10, Queenie.
All right, we're in
Let's do
Genesis
it.
tonight. We thought it would be interesting to talk about rain and flood since we are getting deluged in Kansas City. This chapter lists the generations of the sons of Noah, Moses, Abraham, or Adam. This chapter lists the generations of the sons of Noah, Moses, Abraham, or Adam.
Delay. Up there it goes. Good. Noah. Genesis 10:1. Now these are the records of the generations of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and sons were born to them after the flood.
After the flood. Shem, Ham, and Japheth had sons after, their own likeness, their heart, their money, the flood. Shem, Ham, and Japheth had sons after their own likeness, their heart, their money, the flood.
Genesis 10:1 again. They were born to them after the flood.
Generations of the sons of Noah. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Noah, Nimrod, Cain, or Abel. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Noah, Nimrod, Cain, Abel.
Genesis 10:9. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord.
Awesome, 1,000 more points. Eber named one of his sons Peleg, for in his day was the earth rejoicing, burned by the sun, divided or holy. Eber named one of his sons Peleg, for in his day was the earth rejoicing, burned by the sun, divided or holy.
Okay, and you just lost me. I don't know where we're at.
It's 10:25. That was a big jump.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was looking. Oh my gosh, that name.
I know.
Arpachshad became the father of Selah, and Selah became the father of Eber, or Eber. Do I keep going? Yeah, I do.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Two sons were born to Eber. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan, or Joktan.
Yakton. I don't know.
My Hebrew is not real good.
I know, seriously. And divided is the correct answer. Good job, ladies. By the families of the sons of Noah, the earth was divided into nations, war, confusion, or turmoil. By the families of the sons of Noah, the earth was divided into nations, war, confusion, or turmoil.
Is that verse 31 or 32, Queenie?
32.
32. These are
Yep.
the families of the sons of Noah, according to their genealogies, by their nations, and out of these nations were separated on the earth after the flood.
Nations it is. Da-da-da. All right, that one seemed to go super fast. These nights always go super fast. Do you notice that, Doc?
Yes, they totally do.
It's like we
But
wait all week for Thursday night at 7 and then bam, it's over.
Yep.
I'm telling you what, rock stars Janice and Donna. Okay, now we're on Genesis chapter 11. The whole earth loved God, feared each other, had one language, were farmers. The whole earth loved God, feared each other, had one language, or were farmers.
Genesis 11:1. Now the whole earth used the same language and the same words.
Had one language it is. What did they decide to build? An ark, a tower, a palace, a school. What did they decide to build? An ark, a tower, a palace, a school. I really mean it. We've got the smartest people in the whole world right in this community.
Yeah. Genesis 11:3. They said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly." And they used brick for stone. I'm too far over. Come.
That's okay.
Verse 4. They said, "Come, let us build for ourselves a city and a tower whose top will reach into heaven, and let us make for ourselves a name. Otherwise, we will be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth."
A tower it is. What were they building it from? What were they building it from? Marble, wood, brick, or gold? Marble, wood, brick, or gold?
That actually goes backwards, doesn't it? Does that go back to verse 3?
Yes. I think that's the first time
Genesis 11:3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say they just, okay, I'm like, wait a minute. Genesis 11:3 says they said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly." And they used brick for stone and they used tar for mortar.
Yeah, and this one says slime. Slime had they for mortar. I know. Where were they making it to reach? Where were they making it to reach? The sea, the desert, across the river, or to heaven? The sea, the desert, across the river, or to heaven?
Genesis 11:4, they said, "Come, let us build for ourselves a city and a will reach in heaven, and let us make for ourselves a name. Otherwise, we will be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth."
Heaven it is, ladies. Good job. What did God do? What did God do? Confounded their language, destroyed their work, caused them to have leprosy, commanded them to stop. What did God do? Confounded their language, destroyed their work, caused them to have leprosy, commanded them to stop.
Is this a several verse answer, or are they picking one verse in particular?
Confounded the language is what it looks like we're doing here. Let's see how many verses they put into that answer. Nope, just 17.
17 or 7?
17. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, 7, yes.
Genesis 11:7, "Come, let us go down and there confuse their language so that they will not understand one another's speech."
Yeah, that's Genesis 11:7. And confounded their language it is. Good job, ladies. What is the name of the place called? What is the name of that place called? Confound, Babel, desolate, or Israel? What is the name of that place called? Confound, Babel, desolate, or Israel? There you go. 11:9, Doc.
Genesis 11:9, "Therefore its name was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole earth, and from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of the whole earth."
Babel it is. 11:9. What was the name of Abram's wife? What was the name of Abram's wife? Sarai, Nahor, Peleg, Eber. What was the name of Abram's wife? Sarai, Nahor, Peleg, Eber.
Genesis 11:29, "Abram and Nahor took wives for themselves. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah, I think, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and Issachar, I guess."
I think we can stick to Laura and Kathy. What do you think?
Yeah, I apologize.
I know, seriously. I don't imagine we've got a lot of friends that have those names, so we're not insulting anybody, hopefully. Abram's wife was fearful, a harlot, barren, or foolish. Abram's wife was fearful, a harlot, barren, or foolish.
Genesis 11:30, "Sarai was barren, she had no child."
Barren it is, ladies. He was Abram's father. Noah, Isaac, Terah, or Shem. He was Abram's father. Noah, Isaac, Terah, or Shem.
Genesis 11:31, "Terah took Abram his son." Terah, good answer, you guys. 11,000 points per person. I thought I'd just kick it up a notch.
I was going to say you're very generous.
Genesis 11,000.
It's not nice.
Yeah, I was being extra special.
It's like a bonus. Abram's father took him, his wife, and Lot to go to this land. Abram's father took him, his wife, and Lot to go to this land. Galilee, Canaan, Syria, or Judah. Galilee, Canaan, Syria, or Judah.
That looks like it is verse 31 again. It says, Terah took Abram his son and Lot the son of Haran, his grandson, and Sarah his daughter in law, his son Abram's wife, and they went out together from Ur of the Chaldeans in order to enter the land of Canaan. And they went as far as Haran and settled there.
Canaan it is. All right. Wow. Okay. We are ready, set, go. I was just keeping an eye on the time. We are now going to Genesis chapter 11. For those of you joining us tonight, thank you so much for participating. Makes it super fun for us. And for you watching on the replay, hopefully you learn as much as we do as far as the scripture, how it's written, what the message is. And again, we picked this one tonight just because of the rain and the flood and the blessing that comes after the flood. All right, Doc, are you ready for Genesis 12?
I am ready for Genesis 12, Queenie.
Awesome. The Lord instructed this man to take his household and leave this country. Pharaoh, Lot, Abram, or Canaan. The Lord instructed this man to take his household and leave his country. Pharaoh, Lot, Abram, or Canaan. Yeah, we need to play that Jeopardy music.
Yep. Okay. What verse are we actually going to be?
It's 12:1. Yeah, it's 12:1.
Okay. Because I'm skimming through it and I'm like, well, Genesis 12:1. Now the Lord said to Abram, go forth from your country and from your relatives and from your father's house to the land which I will show you.
Very awesome. Where did the Lord tell him to go? Egypt, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, a land the Lord would show him. Where did the Lord tell him to go? Egypt, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, or a land that the Lord would show him?
What verse do we have there, Queenie? 5?
Actually, it's 12:1 again.
Is it 12:1? All it says is to the land which I will show you.
Right. And that is the answer. A land the Lord would show him. And this one actually says SHEW, so that's pretty weird.
Show you.
Yeah, the land I would show you. What did God say he would do to those that blessed Abram? What did God say he would do to those that blessed Abram? Bless them, curse them, speak to them, or visit them? Bless them, curse them, speak to them, or visit them?
Genesis 12, verse 3. And I will bless those who bless you, and the one who curses you, I will curse. And in you, all the families of the earth will be blessed.
Perfecto. Bless them is the answer. God said he would make of him a great man, a man of wealth, a great nation, or known throughout the land. God said he would make of him a great man, a man of wealth, a great nation, known throughout the land. That's 12:2, Doc.
Gosh, I'm jumping way ahead of myself. Okay, Genesis 12:2. And I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you, and make your name great. And so you shall be a blessing.
Great nation. Yep. All right. Who did Abram take with him? Who did Abram take with him? His nephew's son, his uncle's son, his cousin's son, or his brother's son? Wow. You've got to know your genealogy on this one. His nephew's son, his uncle's son, his cousin's son, or his brother's son?
Genesis 12:5. Abram took Sarai, his wife, Lot, his nephew, and all their possessions which they had accumulated, and the persons which they acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan. Thus they came to the land of Canaan. Brother's son. Yep.
Brother's son. All right. What was his name? What was his name? Amos, Lot, Pharaoh, or Morah? Amos, Lot, Pharaoh, or Morah?
Verse 5, verse 4.
F5.
5. Abram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his nephew. So Lot is the answer. Good answer, you guys. Girls,
Yeah,
I should say.
Who did Abram tell his wife to say she was? Who did Abram tell his wife to say she was? His mother, his daughter, his sister, or his wife? His mother, his daughter, his sister, or his wife?
Genesis 12:13. Please say that you are my sister so that it may go well with me because of you, and that I may live on account of you.
Sister Izzo, the answer, oh. Why did he do this? Why did he do this? She was very fair. She was very old. It was custom, or he was confused. She was very fair. She was very old. It was a custom, or he was confused. $12.11.
12:11. All right. I'm jumping ahead again. It must be a habit today. It came about when he came near to Egypt that he said to Sarah, his wife, "See now, I know that you are a beautiful woman."
She was very fair. Okay, yep. 12:11. Okay, awesome. What happened because of this? What happened because of this? Pharaoh's house was blessed. Pharaoh's house was plagued. Pharaoh was struck blind. Pharaoh took Sarai for his wife. Pharaoh's house was blessed. Pharaoh's house was plagued. Pharaoh was struck blind, or Pharaoh took Sarai for his wife.
Genesis 12, 17. But the Lord struck Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. The delay on my side is getting bad again.
Yeah, it literally, plagued. Okay. Pharaoh's house was plagued is, of course, the right answer, but it really does go in spurts because all of a sudden everything is on weird delay and then yours got choppy. So thank you all for being patient with us tonight during the rain.
Yep.
What did Pharaoh do when he found out? What did Pharaoh do when he found out? Killed Abram, kept Abram's wife, sent Abram and his wife away, killed Abram's wife. What did Pharaoh do when he found out? Killed Abram, kept Abram's wife, sent Abram and his wife away, or killed Abram's wife?
Genesis 12:18. Then Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife?" I'm going to keep going. "Why did
Yeah,
you
it's up
say
to
she is my sister? So that I took her for my wife. Now then, here's your wife. Take her and go." So he commanded his men concerning him, and they escorted him away. Yep.
and sent Abram and his wife away. And according to this verse, it's this version, it's 12:20. I really don't think they've missed one tonight, have they? Janice are doing so great.
Yes, they haven't missed anything.
All right, we are now on Genesis 13. Are you ready, Doc?
I am ready, Queenie.
All right. So Abram was very young, old, poor, rich. Abram was very young, old, poor, rich.
Genesis 13, verse 2. Now Abram was very rich in livestock and silver and in gold.
Yes, riches, of course, the answer. Lot's and Abram's substance was so great, they were known throughout the land. They were unable to dwell together. They owned most of Egypt. Thieves cast their eyes upon them. Lot's and Abram's substance was so great, they were known throughout the land. They were unable to dwell together. They owned most of Egypt. Thieves cast their eyes upon them.
Genesis 13:6. And the land could not sustain them while dwelling together, for their possessions were so great that they were not able to remain together. Can you imagine that much stuff?
No, that's amazing. The land was not able to bear them. They might not dwell together. Seriously.
A lot of stuff.
Between Lot's herdsmen and the Abram's herdsmen, there was strife, a bridge, a wall, a kinship. Between Lot's herdsmen and Abram's herdsmen, there was strife, a bridge, a wall, kinship.
Genesis 13:8. So Abram said to Lot, please let there be no strife between you and me, nor between my herdsmen and your herdsmen, for we are brothers.
Seriously. Fighting over stuff like that, I don't get that. Abram asked Lot to talk to his men, separate himself, fire his herdsmen, give all of his herds to him. Abram asked Lot to talk to his men, separate himself, fire his herdsmen, or give all of the herds to him.
Genesis 13:9. Is not the whole land before you? Please separate from me. If to the left, then I will go to the right, or if to the right, then I will go to the left.
13:8, 13:9, unbelievable. Separate himself. Lot journeyed east, west, north, or south. Lot journeyed east, west, north, or south. Trying to give him time to type.
Got one answer.
I got one. Yep. Two. There we go.
Which verse is that? Because mine doesn't.
13:11.
Okay, so Lot chose for himself all the valley of the Jordan, and Lot journeyed eastward. There it is. Thus they separated from each other.
East it is. The men of Sodom loved the Lord, respected Abram, were wicked, feared God. The men of Sodom loved the Lord, respected Abram, were wicked, feared God. May. Nothing to mess with here, I'm telling you.
Nope.
13:13.
Genesis 13:13. Now the men of Sodom were wicked exceedingly and sinners against the Lord.
Not a good plan. God told Abram he would give him Lot's portion, the city of Sodom, the Egyptians for servants, all the land as far as he could see. Lot's portion, the city of Sodom, the Egyptians for servants, all the land as far as he could see.
Genesis 13:14. The Lord said to Abram, after Lot had separated from him, now lift up your eyes and look from that place where you are, northward and southward and eastward and westward. For all the land which you see, I will give it to you and to your descendants forever.
It's kind of a general gift there. Yeah, the land as far as he could see. God told Abram his seed would be as the dust of the earth, strongest tigers, the fish in the sea, the clouds in the sky. 13:16.
All right. I was just waiting for to see if they got any answers, but there's nothing. Genesis 13:16.
There we go.
I will make your descendants as the dust of the earth, so that if anyone can number the dust of the earth, then your descendants can also be numbered.
13:16, dust it is. Abram dwelt in the plain of Ezra, Mamre, Sodom, Gomorrah. Abram dwelt in the plain of Ezra, Mamre, Sodom, Gomorrah.
Genesis 13:18. Then Abram moved his tent and came and dwelt by the oaks of Mamre. Is that how you pronounce it?
You're the boss.
And there he built an altar to the Lord.
Mamre, Mamer, it is. Abram built this unto the Lord, a temple, a house, a city, an altar. Abram built this unto the Lord, a temple, a house, a city, an altar.
Looks like Genesis 13:18 again. Then Abram moved his tent and came and dwelt by the oaks of Mamre, which are in Hebron, and there he built an altar to the Lord.
Altar it is, 13:18. Look at them go. They got it. All right, Doc. It looks like we've come to the end of our hour again. Can't believe it. Are you kidding me? We got to go.
Bye.
I'm serious. Genesis chapter 8 we started. Genesis chapter 13 we finished. So there you go. And as usual, this app says, I think you need to redo your...
We have to put you in a special class, Queenie, because you can't get any of the answers correct.
I know.
I don't think you're listening or paying attention or something. I don't know.
Seriously. And sometimes the thing I love so much is when all of a sudden they answer the question, the next question in this verse that we're reading now. And you'd think even if you didn't know the answer and were listening, you'd still get it right. So yeah. All right. Thank you all for joining us tonight. This has been super awesome. Hopefully you are surviving and maybe even thriving and enjoying the fabulous weather that we're having in Kansas City area and much of the Midwest from what I understand. And we seriously love the fact that you're able to join us live. Thank you to Donna and Janice. And for those of you watching on the replay. So Doc, what do you think? Is it going to be raining next week too?
I hope not, Queenie. To be honest, I just hope not. It's pushed everything back for me, but I also do like the rain. I mean, it makes everything nice and green and everything's growing. So no complaints.
No kidding.
So we'll see.
That's right.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Donna and Janice, our faithful friends on purpose Bible trivia friends. We are thrilled that you could make it. And anybody that watches the replay, hopefully you learned some stuff like we did. And we will catch you next week, Monday at
High noon.
or next Thursday for Bible trivia again at 7 p.m. Take care, everyone. Have a blessed weekend and happy holiday.
Happy holiday to you. We'll see you next week. Bye now.
Bye-bye.